Week 3, we are going to start Module 2, Consumer Behavior and E-Marketing. This week, we will cover 2 chapters, Chapter 6 and Chapter 9, for Consumer Behavior and Electronic Marketing. Chapter 6 begins by defining consumer buying behavior. It first recognizes and describes the major stages of the consumer buying decision process, and then discusses in detail the situational, psychological, and social influences on the consumer decision-making process. The consumer buying process includes 5 stages: problem recognition, information search, evaluation of alternatives, purchase, and post-purchase evaluation. Not all decision processes culminate in a purchase, nor do all consumer decisions include all 5 stages. Problem recognition occurs when buyers become aware of a difference between a desired state and an actual condition. After recognizing the problem or need, buyers search for information about products to help resolve the problem or satisfy the need. In the internal search, buyers search their memories for information about products that might solve the problem. If they cannot retrieve from memory sufficient information to make a decision, they seek additional information through an external search. A successful search yields a group of brands called a consideration set, which a buyer views as possible alternatives. To evaluate the products in the consideration set, the buyer establishes certain criteria by which to compare, rate, and rank different products. Marketers can influence consumers' evaluation by framing alternatives. In the purchase stage, consumers select products or brands on the basis of results from the evaluation stage and on other dimensions. Buyers also choose the seller from whom they will purchase the product. After the purchase, buyers evaluate the product to determine if actual performance meets expected levels. 3 major categories of influences affect the consumer buying decision process. They are situational, psychological, and social influences. Situational influences are external circumstances or conditions existing when a consumer makes a purchase decision. Situational influences include surroundings, time, reason for purchase, and the buyer's mood and condition. For example, store atmosphere, scents, or sounds may influence your decision. Those are the examples of physical surroundings of the store. The buyer's moods, for example, anger, anxiety, or contentment, may also affect the consumer buying decision process. Psychological influences partly determine people's general behavior, thus influencing their behavior as consumers. The primary psychological influences on consumer behavior are perception, motives, learning, attitudes and personality, self-concept, and lifestyles. Social influences are forces that people exert on buying behavior. They include roles, family, reference groups, and opinion leaders, electronic networks, social class, culture, and subcultures. The purpose of Chapter 9 is to provide you with an overview of changes and innovations in marketing. The digital revolution has generated new technologies that make the field of marketing simultaneously faster, easier, different, and more complex. First, this chapter presents definitions of digital media and electronic marketing. Digital media are electronic media that function using digital codes. When we refer to digital media, we are referring to media available via computers, cellular phones, smartphones, and other digital devices that have been released in recent years. Digital marketing uses all digital media, including the internet and mobile and interactive channels, to develop communication and exchanges with customers. Electronic marketing refers to the strategic process of distributing, promoting, and pricing products, and discovering the desires of customers using digital media and digital marketing. Our definition of e-marketing goes beyond the internet and also includes mobile phones, banner ads, digital outdoor marketing, and social networks. There are many types of digital media that can be used as marketing tools. As a result of these new marketing channels, digital marketing is moving from a niche strategy to becoming a core consideration in the marketing mix. At the same time, digital technologies are largely changing the dynamic between marketer and consumer. Consumers use social networking sites and mobile applications to do everything from playing games to booking airline and hotel reservations. The menu of digital media alternatives continues to grow, requiring marketers to make informed decisions about strategic approaches. It is essential that marketers focus on the changing social behaviors of consumers and how they interact with digital media. Consumers now have a greater ability to regulate the information because they can determine which websites they are going to view. The marketer has only limited ability to control the content to which users are exposed and in what sequence. Marketers must modify their marketing strategies to adapt to the changing behaviors of online consumers. Digital media provides an opportunity to add a service dimension to traditional products and create new products only accessible on the internet. The ability to access product information for any product can have a major impact on buyer decision-making. However, with larger companies now launching their own extensive marketing campaigns and with the constant sophistication of digital technology, many businesses are finding it is necessary to upgrade their product offerings to meet consumer needs. The role of distribution is to make products available at the right time, at the right place, and in the right quantities. Digital marketing can be viewed as a new distribution channel that helps businesses increase efficiency. The ability to process orders electronically and increase the speed of communications via the internet reduce inefficiencies, costs, and redundancies, while increasing speed throughout the marketing channel. The low cost of digital media channels can provide major savings in promotional budgets. Laptops, smartphones, mobile broadband, webcams, and other digital technologies can provide low-cost internal communication as well as external connections with customers. Digital marketing is allowing companies to connect with market segments that are harder to reach with traditional media. Digital marketing facilitates both price and non-price competition because internet marketing gives consumer access to more information about cost and prices. As consumers become more informed about their options, the demand for low-priced products has grown. Several marketers are offering buying incentives like online coupons or free samples to generate consumer demand for their offerings. The new access to pricing information places new pressures on the seller to be competitive and to differentiate products so that customers focus on attributes and benefits other than price. How marketers use technology to gather information has raised numerous legal and ethical issues. Privacy is one of the most significant issues involving the use of personal information that companies collect from website visitors in their efforts to foster long-term relationships with customers. Online fraud includes any attempt to conduct dishonest activities online. Cybercriminals are discovering entirely new ways to use sites like Facebook or Twitter to carry out fraudulent activities. The Internet has also created issues associated with intellectual property. The copyrighted or trademarked ideas and creative materials developed to solve problems, carry out applications, and educate and entertain others. Organizations and social networking sites have to develop ways to combat these concerns on new digital media sites.